10 celebrities whose parents were murdered. 1. Michael Jordan. James Jordan, Michael's father, was killed in 1993. He was fatally shot during a carjacking. His murderers also stole 2 NBA championship rings. In 1996, 2 men were found guilty of the shooting. They were sentenced to life in prison. 2. Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club, lost his father in 2003. Fred Palahniuk and his girlfriend were both murdered. The killer was Dale Shackelford, the girlfriend's ex-husband. He shot them and burned their bodies. This wasn't the first family tragedy either. Chuck's grandfather, Fred's father, shot Fred's mother. He then killed himself while Fred cowered under the bed. 3. Charlize Theron. Charlize's father, Charles, was an alcoholic. He was fatally shot by her mother, Gerda, in 1991. Charles had been drunk. He was threatening to kill Gerda and Charlize. The shooting was determined to be self-defense. 4. Dylan McDermott. The actor lost his mother, Diane, when he was 5. She was fatally shot in 1967 while cleaning a gun. Initially, the police ruled it an accident. Diane's boyfriend, who was with her, claimed it was suicide. He was found dead in the trunk of a car. In 1972, the case was reopened in 2011 on Dylan's urging. 5. Jennifer Hudson. Hudson lost her mother, brother, and nephew in 2008. Jennifer's sister Julia found the bodies. The murderer was her estranged husband. He had killed their 7-year-old son with a shot to the head. William Balfour received 3 life sentences, plus 120 years. 6. Patrick Duffy. Duffy's parents, Terrence and Marie, ran a bar in Montana. They were killed in 1986 during an armed robbery. Sean Wentz and Kenneth Miller were convicted of the crime. They were sentenced to 75 years in prison. Miller was released on parole in 2007. Duffy wasn't thrilled with the news, but he said his Buddhist faith helped him deal with it.
My point of view is that he's already been punished.
7. Omarosa Manigault Newman. Newman lost her father, Jack Thomas Manigault Sr., in 1981. He was murdered when she was just 7. Omarosa has never revealed any details.
I grew up in the hood,
was all she said. In 2011, her brother Jack was also murdered. He was shot and killed by his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend. 8. Kelsey Grammer. In 1968, Kelsey's father, Frank Allen Grammer, was shot dead by burglars. Kelsey was just 13 at the time. 7 years later, his sister was kidnapped, raped, and murdered.
It very nearly destroyed me.
Grammer said he fought to keep the perpetrators behind bars. They were denied parole in 2009. In 1980, Grammer also lost his 2 teenage half-brothers. They died in a scuba diving accident. 9. James Elroy. James's mother, Geneva Delia, was a nurse. She raised him alone after divorcing his dad. In 1958, when James was 10, Geneva was raped and murdered. The murder remains unsolved. It caused Elroy to suffer from clinical depression. It also made him interested in writing. 10. Dave Navarro. In 1983, Navarro's mother, Connie, and her best friend Sujori were killed. The man who shot them was Connie's ex-boyfriend, John Riccardi. Dave was at his father's at the time. Riccardi was only apprehended in 1991. That was after his picture was shown on America's Most Wanted. He's doing life without the possibility of parole.